Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 22, and today we are returning, finally, with the playoffs, as Millwall have reached the postseason in the Championship for the first time ever, as we take on Sheffield Wednesday in the semi-finals, and hopefully we'll get to Wembley for the first time as well. And I was going to say, before we play those games, I'll show you what happened off camera, but of course, there's nothing to show you. You saw the last two games, the final two games of the season, our 1-1 draw at Portman Road against Ipswich, and our 3-0 victory against Hull at the Den, which of course secured a fourth place finish, even better. And as you can see, in the other playoff, Ipswich beat Sunderland in the first leg of theirs. That was played yesterday. So they got the advantage there, heading back to the Stadium of Light, and hopefully we will get through to the final as well. So, yeah, let's just dive straight into it. It's been a while since the last episode. If you watched my episode of Career Mode this morning, you would know not exactly why I've been gone, but hopefully you would understand main reason for the absence, if you will. But we are back, and I'm super excited because I've wanted to play this for such a long time, and I'm really excited, and I really hope we can make the final. It's our first run in the playoffs in the series, and if we can get to the Premier League in the first attempt, that would be fantastic. So we are going to go to 4-4-2, and the same instructions to refresh your memory. This is what we're using right now, and also the same lineup as our victory over the Tigers in the final game of the season. And I think we'll go with the same bench as well. The only problem is, due to a week's gap between the last game and now, we got quite a few players on the bench that don't have good match sharpness. A few played 60 minutes in an under-18s game yesterday, but a lot of which are, still quite poor in terms of match sharpness, and hopefully that won't be too big of a deal. What I might do is possibly take off the Jagger for Fred on Yedinma, and we'll just make that one change there. So, this is the team then. Long is in goal in our 4-4-2, a back four of Meredith, Hutchinson, Cooper, and Marlon Romeo. Ferguson on the left-hand side of midfield, Wallace on the right, and in the middle, Ryan Tunnicliffe and Jay Fulton. And up top together, O'Brien, and of course, our top scorer, Lee Gregory, with 21 goals this season. How will we get on in his first game in the playoffs? Let's find out. And on the bench, Woodman, Mulgrew, McLaughlin, Williams on Yedinma, Clinton, Webster the Kid, and Marvin Brito as well, the two young talents on the bench for us. Let's see how we get on then. It's the first leg. It's Hillsborough. We're away against Sheffield Wednesday. We've lost to Sheffield Wednesday every game we've played against them so far. Let's hope for a win here. Come on, you Lions. Obviously, we did so well to reach the playoffs, but I got to say, I did say in the last episode, it was a while ago now, but I did say I'm not feeling overly optimistic about our chances of reaching Wembley due to our struggles against Sheffield Wednesday in the series, and they come into the playoffs as well in the best form out of the four teams that make the postseason. So it's going to be very tough, and with the first leg away at Hillsborough as well, what we're looking for tonight is an away goal. Hence why we started on attacking. If we can get one of those, then even if we lose the game, let's say 2-1, even 3-1 for example, we give ourselves a chance going back to the Den. We need to score tonight, I feel. A clean sheet and a 0-0 wouldn't be bad, obviously, but our main hope tonight is to get a goal. But instead, Sheffield Wednesday had the first highlight, and it's Barry Bannon on the ball, finding Lammers out wide towards Maffeo, that young right back, down this right-hand side, who crosses the middle. There is Ben Brereton, who heads it just over the bar. And if it was going to be Brereton that would open the scoring here, well, that would be very frustrating due to what he's been doing for us in our Aston Villa career mode. But it's still 0-0, first chance going to the Owls, but right now we're weathering a little bit of a storm as we approach the half an hour mark. So half-time, still 0-0, doing okay right now for the time being to hold on to our clean sheet. The breaking in to say to the boys, I know a lot of you will be keen to avenge what happened when we last played Sheffield Wednesday. Go out there and express yourselves. Hopefully that will motivate quite a few of them, and it's done so as well. As we begin the second half, Sheffield Wednesday, by the way, lining up in that 4-3-3 narrow. Now, I don't normally see the AI do that, play with three central strikers and no wingers. But I used to use that formation back in the Newcastle series we did a few years ago, and it was so unstoppable. I scored so many goals with it, but at the moment, they've not managed to break us down. They had one chance through Brereton. Other than that, that's the only highlight of the game. Now, I did say I was looking for the away goal, but if we can hang on to a clean sheet and a 0-0, I'd certainly take that. So approaching the hour mark, still 0-0, this would be a solid first leg result against a team we've really struggled with in this series so far. Highlight in the second half, and it does come to the Owls. Brereton receives the corner, plays it back to Barry Bannon. O'Brien heads clear it straight to Forestieri. And Lees turns it in. And, I mean, that was always going to happen, wasn't it? Me talking about the possibility of holding on to the clean sheet, defending quite well, and then Sheffield Wednesday go in front. Bannon's corner controlled well by Brereton inside the 6-yard area, and eventually back to the Scot, who whips one in first time. O'Brien heads away, and then Forestieri on the volley. Lees didn't even mean to do that, just deflect off his chest and into the back of the net. We've scored and also conceded quite a lot of deflected goals in this series, and unfortunately this one comes against us as the Owls go in front. So 1-0, we've not really created anything, and now I feel we've got to go for it. We can't go back to the den trailing, so what I'm going to do is push our wingers up. Wallace and Ferguson can now play a little bit further forward. O'Brien and Gregory haven't really done too much. Greg is our top scorer this season. What I might possibly do is play Ferguson left back, take off Meredith and really go for it now. We may as well lose the game 2-0 by chasing the equaliser. What we'll do is bring on Marvin Brito and we'll swap him and Gregors around, try and get Gregors a little bit more further forward as he's our top scorer this season, and we will just make the one change but keep the... No, we'll take off retained possession, we'll go mixed passing as well, and we'll also hopefully get ourselves a chance and a goal, because if we take this scoreline back to the den, we're going to be in a really tough position to get through. So not long left in the game. I'm going to make my final 2 changes here. Williams coming on for Ryan Tunnicliffe, playing as deep line playmaker. O'Brien's going to switch to an inside forward, and Webster is going to come on down the right-hand side for our final 9. But it does seem as though Sheffield Wednesday are going to win the first leg, which was to be expected. And that is not how we wanted to start off the postseason, losing the first leg of the playoffs. And that does mean heading back to the den, well, we'll need to score. Otherwise, we are not going to make Wembley. And there is a chance here for Sheffield Wednesday to get themselves 2 goals. I'm going to do that. We're in deep trouble. Forestieri, Gamma, back towards Barry Bannon, pulls all the strings against us, flicks it onto Hutchinson, and Sam Hutchinson gets the second goal. And I gotta say, that might well be not exactly the nail in the coffin. There's 90 minutes to come at the den, but that may be a goal which we'll really struggle to counter, because right now, 2-0 down, like 1-0 down, that's definitely something we can come back from. But 2-0 down against a side who we've lost to every single time we've faced them in this series is going to be hard to overcome in the second leg. Hutchinson with the header from Bannon's cross. He is so good in this save against us. And we're just going to wait for the finals to come any second now. So Sheffield Wednesday 2, Millwall 0. This was going to be our first run in the playoffs. I'm being quite defeatist. There's still 90 minutes to come at the den, but it is all over. Sheffield Wednesday get the deserved victory. And sadly, in our first run in the playoffs, we may not make Wembley. I'm going to say to the boys, I'm not happy with the performance out there. We fired up pretty much every single player. And it's disappointing, but it was to be expected. This was the team we didn't want to face due to our record against them, due to their form heading into the playoffs, and it does mean heading to the second leg. We're 2-0 down, and it's going to be very, very tough to make Wembley. But come on, you Lions, we're not done yet. So here we are then, second leg of the playoffs, and as you can see, Sunderland and Ipswich are playing at the same time with us tonight at the Stadium of Light, so we'll keep an eye on that game. Not that we'll probably be facing the winners in the final, because it does seem as though we're not going to be making it through. I am being so defeatist right now, aren't I? There's still 90 minutes to come. We're at the den. We won our last game at home 3-0, and we might need that scoreline if we are to get through to Wembley here. So second leg of the playoffs, we're going to make some changes heading into the game as well. We're going to take off retained possession, mix up the passing a little bit as well, and start on standard too, even though we need to score goals tonight. Attacking is, I don't know if you guys feel the same as me and FM, but attacking sometimes works, sometimes it literally does nothing for you at all. And right now we're finding out it's not doing anything for us at all. So we'll switch back to standard, hopefully take it easy a little bit and get some chances there. We'll also take off play out defence as well and just try and get the ball forward a little bit quicker, as we desperately need goals tonight. Otherwise we are going out, and we'll make some change to our lineup as well. We'll take off Romeo for Conor McLaughlin, who may play his final game for the club this season. He's wanted by quite a few clubs, and is not a long-term right back for us now. Romeo's become first choice. We'll also take out Fulton for Sean Williams as well. And should we make any more changes to our lineup, or should we just make the 2 there? O'Brien and Gregory didn't do too much in the last game, so I'll tell you what we'll do. Do you know what? Let's be bold. Let's give Brito a start, and the young kid can start up alongside Gregory. You know, Brito's not scored in a long time, and yeah, we'll go with that lineup. So not too many changes, but it's going to be tough to get through tonight. Let's see if we can do it. So 4-4-2, long in goal, but for Meredith, Hutchinson, Cooper and McLaughlin. Midfield, Ferguson, Tunnicliffe, Williams and Wallace. And up top, Greg is our top scorer. Come on, Gregory, we need you tonight. And Marvin Brito alongside him, the kid as well. And on the bench, Woodman, Mulgrew, Romeo, Fulton on your deal. You know what? Let's trust the young kids. Webster in for Wallace as well, down that right-hand side. Webster, by the way, look at this kid's progression. You know, when he first came out of the academy, we were excited. He's now been capped at under 20 level. I'll tell you what, like, we love Jed Wallace, but this kid has got one hell of a bright future, man. Could be one of my best young prospects in any save I've done. So Wallace on the bench alongside O'Brien, and yeah, let's go with that lineup. So yeah, second game, Sheffield Wednesday, second leg. I'm not feeling confident, but come on, you Lions, let's overcome the deficit and get through to Wembley. Webster obviously has horrendous match sharpness heading to the game as well. Marvin Brito isn't exactly good either. But I just want to give the kids a start. You know, we might as well give them their first taste of what the playoffs are all about, since these two kids are bright prospects for the future. may as well, give them the experience they're going to need, hopefully, in the future in a Millwall shirt in the post-season, as Slattery is tackled by Ryan Tunnicliffe. And the first highlight could come directly from kickoff, as Gregor releases Marvin Brito. Go on, kid! Oh no, it's saved Marvin Brito, one-on-one straight away. He's in a goal drought right now, and oh man, he has missed so many good one-on-ones. In so many games he's been given a chance in. How many more chances can I give this kid, man? Should have been 1-0, and what a start that would have been. Saved by the goalkeeper, but perfect start. Getting an early chance. Now let's get another. Corner for Sheffield Wednesday, and if they score here, it's good night Millwall. Slattery on the ball finds Barry Bannon. This guy is just too good. Goes for goal. Fires it off target. Still 0-0. Oh, Marvin, what were you doing? I told you, I think it might have been the last episode or possibly the episode before that. He's a young kid. He's going to get the experience and the cool head and the composure he needs as the years go by. Once he matures, he's going to be very good. But at the moment, doesn't take his chances as Ferguson finds Tunnicliffe out wide towards Meredith. Nice little mini spell of pressure. Cross Brito. There it is. Marvin Brito with a goal. I knew starting him tonight would come good. Brito does break his goal drought, albeit 20 minutes after he should have done. And it's 1-0 to the Lions. Ferguson back towards Ryan Tunnicliffe, out wide towards Meredith. The Aussie with a lovely ball. Brito peels off his man and puts it home. 1-0 Millwall. The goal drought is over. The kid fires in front. We've halved the deficit. Now can we equalise and make it 2-2? Come on, you Lions. Highlight for Sheffield Wednesday, though. If they score tonight, obviously due to the away goal ruling, we're going to be in deep, deep trouble. But it's been a good start from Millwall. We're up by a goal. But we've got to remain tight defensively now. Got to make sure we hold on to this clean sheet. Otherwise, we're definitely not going through. Here's Maffio down the right-hand side. Crossing the middle. Brereton is there. Oh, Ben Brereton puts it home. And Sheffield Wednesday get the equaliser on the night. And as you can see at the bottom, it's a long way back for Millwall now. Trailing by 2 on aggregate and due to the away goal ruling. We need 3 goals tonight if we are to make it through. And we may have got 1, but it's going to be very, very tough now to get an additional 3. Maffio down the right-hand side with a lovely cross there. And Ben Brereton, I think he's on loan from Southampton in the game, heads it home and says, in the first leg, I missed a chance like that. I'm not going to miss this one and surely send my team through to Wembley. So 1-1. We did well to half deficit, especially against a team like Sheffield Wednesday who do so well against us. But I think that's going to do it. We're probably not making Wembley. So half-time, Ipswich are beating Sunderland by a goal to 0. So it seems as though they are going to Wembley, as are the Owls, as we are currently tied 1-1. What we're going to do at the break, by the way, is change a couple of things here. We're going to try and get the ball down the left-hand side towards Shane Ferguson, because at the moment, Maffio's got 44% for conditioning, which is incredibly low. And I want to try and get the ball forward a little bit more. So let's more, put the passing on more direct as well, as we continue to run at the defence with 2 centre-backs on booking. So the second half's going to begin. It's not over yet. Oh, they've taken off Maffio. Well, that's just fantastic, isn't it? Well, it's not over yet, but it is looking quite likely it'll be over not before long. We need 3 goals in the second half, otherwise we're not making Wembley. So we've had a couple of highlights in the second half, including a disallowed goal, as we're still tied at 1-1. That was for Sheffield Wednesday, by the way, a deflected shot, which was turned in, but he was offside. But anyway, Gregory's through here, and a chance here to make it 2-1. How he scored there with 28 minutes to go. There may have been a chance, but Gregor's, our top scorer this season with 21, has not turned up in the playoffs when we really needed him. Corner for the Lions. Ferguson's cross cleared. Here's Clinton Webster, the kid. Oh, Clinton Webster! Clinton Webster, what a goal! What a decision to start the kids tonight. Marvin Brito scores our first, and Webster, I think that's his first goal for the club, and what a goal. Leeds heads it clear. Webster controls, and I tell you, man, this kid's got some talent, and he's just shown what he can do. Millwall 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. We need 2 more goals, 20 minutes to go. It's not over yet. So 6 minutes to go, we still need 2 goals. Highlight for Sheffield Wednesday, a goal for our visitors tonight, and that will do it. Brereton on the ball finds Barry Bannon, through to Slattery, now reach on the ball, looking for a teammate, back towards Barry Bannon. We've done well to get ourselves in front on 2 separate occasions tonight, but Selena crosses, Boga's there at the far post, and that is going to do it. Jeremy Boga with the goal. Sheffield Wednesday have tied things up on the night and regained their 2-goal cushion over 2 legs, and oh man, the kids turned up tonight. We threw them in the first 11, we saw what they could do, scoring our goals, but unfortunately our defence lets us down as Sheffield Wednesday scored their 4th goal in the series. So that is going to do it, and I won't bother making any more changes now. We need 3 goals in 5 minutes. That's not going to happen. And it was our first run in the playoffs. This was the team we didn't want to face due to our record against them. The record continues. We're still yet to beat Sheffield Wednesday in the series, and they are making Wembley, presumably alongside Ipswich, unless Sunderland scored 3 goals at the Stadium alight in the second half. And our first run in the playoffs, we wanted to reach the playoffs within 3 seasons. We did it in our 3rd. And unfortunately, we're not going to be making Wembley, but we were the underdogs. We didn't expect it. And at least we saw some positives in these playoffs. Clinton Webster, man of the match in this game, scoring that wonderful goal. And Brito ending his goal drought, scoring our 1st as well. We'll sympathise with the team. We've relaxed and motivated them. Good way to end the season. Even though we don't make Wembley, it was always going to be very tough. And yeah, there is the playoff final. Sheffield Wednesday against Ipswich at Wembley. And it's a very big shame. But it was unlikely. It was definitely us being the underdogs. And yeah, Ferguson injured as well. It's not great. And I guess we just have to think about the positives. Brito and Webster, 2 young kids. These 2 have got bright futures at the Den. And whilst in the 3rd season, they may have not got us to Wembley, as the years go by, we're definitely going to be focusing on these 2 kids as bright talents at the Den. So we'll end the season then. We'll run through the team. And yeah, that'll be that. So as we end the season then, we'll take a look at the final run through of the team and also the end of season awards and whatnot, and you can see who did what. Ferguson's voted Fans Player of the Season with 39% of the votes. Hardly surprised. Ferguson's been consistently brilliant throughout the entire series so far down left-hand side. Morrison won goal of the season against Preston. Long was our signing of the season, a cheap signing of 330 grand to replace Jordan Archer, and to be fair to him, he actually did pretty decent. 14 clean sheets in 39 games. Pretty impressive for his first year at the Den. And unsurprisingly, young player of the season, Clinton Webster. This kid scoring his first goal, and what a goal it was in the playoffs. And he looks absolutely fantastic for the future. As for our season review, Millwall had been expected to be amongst those settling for mid-table safety at the start of the season, but they were able to break out of the pack and secure a playoff berth. The Lions are one of the competition's feel-good stories, defying expectations, and owing to an impressive spell formed between August and September. Was that the impressive spell of form that saw them move into 13th place? That's wrong. We're able to celebrate a job well done. Match the season with our 4-1 victory over Burton Albion, and a moment to forget was our 4-1 defeat at home to Preston. And yeah, let's do our end of season team meeting, discuss our plans for next season. The season is over and it's time for you to all go have a well-deserved break. I want every single one of you to be fully rested with a positive frame of mind when you get back, because we're going to make the playoffs next year, which we definitely will again. We made it this year, we'll make it again next year. Come on, boys, let's keep the faith despite ending on a negative. So get the boys back early with 5 weeks to go, and I'll tell you what we'll do. I can't remember if I showed you the final Premier League table in the last episode. I can't remember if I did or not, so we'll quickly go ahead and show you that if I didn't. Manchester United won the title. Well, they definitely did. It's the game to go. They definitely won it. And the teams that were relegated, well, we can already guarantee who it's going to be now. Palace, Derby. Oh, Archer's going to return next season. Jordan Archer on that high contract. Where is he? Where's Archer? What's happened to Jordan Archer? Where's he gone? What? Where's Jordan Archer? Sorry, where's Jordan Archer gone? He's not a Derby anymore. He's gone to, oh my, Jordan Archer. He may be getting paid a lot, but he's gone into the under-23s now. Wow, is Archer going to return? Not on that contract, he definitely isn't. But that's how the Premier League ended up finishing, or will end up finishing. Derby and Palace down, and Norwich are also going down as well due to the goal difference swing. And that will do it. And I'll let you know who got promoted between Ipswich and Sheffield Wednesday in the next episode, which will be the season opener as we come back for season 4. And hopefully we'll have another good season, just like this season, a really, really good season, finishing in 4th place in the Championship and having our first run in the playoffs. So that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series and the season finale, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated, and it would help the channel out as well. Apologies for the very long gap between the playoffs and the last episode, but hopefully you enjoyed the episode regardless. And also, get excited for the new season, because I certainly am. I can't wait to play through the pre-season, man. It's always one of the funnest parts of FM for me. And we will return for the new season either tomorrow on Sunday or on Monday afternoon. Oh, O'Brien, what's going on with Red Arrows here? Most likely Monday afternoon. But get excited. It's going to be season 4, and I think it could be our best season ever as well. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are as well. So have a fantastic weekend, guys. Much love to you all, and I will see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series, the first episode of the new season, season 4, very soon. Bye.